Welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your voice, Citizen QWADJO. If this is the first time you are seeing this face on your screen, kindly subscribe, like, share, comment as well, because you know your comments are always welcome on this YouTube channel. You know, on this channel we only talk about developmental issues that are going to develop Africa. Those are the things that we talk about on this YouTube channel, because I will not go with that fanciful notion that Africa is poor, Africa can't manage its own affairs, Africa can do. It is a fallacy. A continent full of natural resources, full of talent, shouldn't be considered as poor. But as usual, these greedy politicians only amass wealth for themselves and not for the unborn generations of those who voted for them. The citizens are suffering, and then these people who see themselves as first-class citizens, they are always amassing wealth for themselves, and they are unborn generations. There's been an issue going on for this now, and I'm really sad, but I have to talk about it. There's been this young man, I'm sure he'll be in his early 30s. His nickname is Fire, I think so. He's been alleged of killing 2 young boys in Abesim, I think so, in the central region of Ghana. And when the issue came up, I saw the thing, and the first caption that when it started was that he's a former footballer, a radio panelist, and all that, has killed 2 young guys, I think 11 and 15 years. And when he was arrested, the head of these boys, or their body parts, was in his refrigerator. So when I saw it, I was like, to what extent will such a thing happen? To what extent will a human being be so wicked to the extent that you want to kill these young boys? Why? One of the boys who was killed, father said, he's been in good terms with this guy. They are friends, they are business partners. So he on no condition will he suspect that this young man will do such a thing. People in his vicinity were also of the view that he's a very calm guy. He doesn't talk. So cool. So what led to this? And it hurts me so much that such a young, energetic guy will do such a wicked act. And you know, as usual, when it came up, people are having their bites on the issue. Some are like, yes, the ending, the world is about to come to an end, and a whole lot of things. Those, pastors and all that, for them, what they are saying is the world is coming to an end. The world is coming to an end. The world is coming to an end. As usual, that's what they will say. Although the guy has been arrested, yes, he's been arrested. It's not something that needs to be done. But I think there's something we are missing so far. I read a synopsis from Sadiq Adams, this sports journalist, yesterday, and I read it from his Facebook page. And when I read it, then I sided with what Sadiq Adams was saying, and I want to have my take on the issue. He said this young man in the Bono region, yes, I said central region, no, it's wrong. It is in the Bono region. The guy comes from Bono. This young man, in a couple of times, have come to him whenever he visits the town, that he should be able to help him to get a team to play, because he's a footballer. He should help him to get a team to play. And according to Sadiq Adams, whenever this guy is talking to him, his head is down. Such a very cool, calm guy. So he just doesn't know what came over the guy to commit such such an unforgivable crime. He just doesn't know what really happened. And that is where I want to have my take. That is where I want to start from. It hurts me so much. I am in no way supporting what the guy did. It is an unforgiving crime that he needs to go to jail. I need to establish that. He needs to go to jail. Because you can't kill anyone and go scot-free. All in the name of what? All in the name of what? What will influence you to kill someone, chop their body parts, store them in your refrigerator for what? Do you kill human beings now? Or what? So I will know. I will never in no way will I support this deadly act. Because if it was my son, if it was my junior brother, if it was any member of my family who has been murdered like this, I will never sit and smile. I will seek for justice. I will seek for justice. I won't let it go scot-free. I won't let the young man go scot-free because nothing should influence you to kill people. I will not support it. But as I said, I want to have a different dimension to this issue. I don't want to go with the usual thing that everyone is saying. And this is what I have to say. I've always been trumpeting this. Most Ghanaians, and Sadiq Adams himself, have been trumpeting this issue always on his show that Ghanaians are talented. I am happy that everyone is saying, or those who know him is saying that the guy is a footballer. He's a talented footballer. And now this is what he has gotten himself into. We've always been trumpeting this, that citizens, or in fact politicians, need to put the youth into something. Such a footballer, such a young man of his age, seeking to unearth his footballing talent, didn't get the chance, and today this is where he found himself. Why am I saying this? If there was a plan, if football was a sport that was taken very serious in our country, this boy wouldn't have found himself in this mess. He would have been in a team. But we live in a country today where you have the talent in abundance, but you are not going to get anyone to support you if you don't have the money. Go to other countries, even our very own Rwanda. They have an ultra-modern sports complex. In Algeria, in Morocco, in Northern Africa. I wouldn't even talk about Europe. I'm talking of African countries who are investing in sports. The issue is related to sports. That's why I want to tackle it from that angle. They are investing in their sports. They are putting in millions of dollars into sports activities, into unearthing talents, football talents, sports talents. But this is a country where nobody will support you. Nobody will put in effort. Nobody will give you that platform to unearth your talent. So out of frustration, out of trauma, you get yourself into any mess just to make ends meet. The guy needs money. And now look at what he has found himself in. But if there was this succession plan, if football pitches, if we had this opportunity for our sporting, athletes, this young man, nobody would have influenced this man. Nothing would have influenced this guy to get himself into this mess. because he would have been on the pitch, he would have been playing football, he would have been a national asset, playing football, being paid from football. He wouldn't have found himself in this mess. But as usual, this issue came up and everyone is just tearing this guy apart. Forgetting that we live in a country where we don't have any succession plan. Forgetting that we have greedy politicians who just do not see the need in investing in the youth. That is why it hurts me so much that we are only tearing the boy apart, leaving the cause of the problem. That is why I started by saying that I do not support anything that has influenced the boy to do this nasty thing. I just do not support it. But what is the cause? Some will be of the view that nothing should influence. Yes, I do support. Yeah, I go with that. But we live in a country. The guy is not an island. He's not living on an island. He lives with people. He's living in a country, a sovereign country, which is mandated to better the life of the people. And they failed. And now look at what this guy has gotten himself into. Few months ago, boys in Kaswa killed their fellow friend. This should have been a wake-up call. It didn't serve as a warning to us. I said Ghana is a security threat country. The youth that are coming up today, they are a security threat to the future of Ghana. If leaders do not wake up and solve certain problems like this, we've collapsed our football pitches, and we are building stores. We are building fuel stations. Stupidity at its highest peak. We are building unnecessary things. So instead of building football pitches to unearth the talent we have, to get scouts, to be scouting these footballers who are playing in our in our communities, to fit into the national teams, no, we are collapsing football pitches and we are building stores, we are building fuel stations, we are building lorry parks. And look at what the young man has gotten into. It hurts me so much because he is a youth just like me. And look at what we are seeing now. So I blame the boy 100%. And I blame the government 100%. Create a system where it will be difficult for someone to even think of evil doing.